Uh, Good morning. This is teacher Jacob, and this video is for 8th grade. Today, we're going to study pages 47 and 48. It's going to be about grammar, and it's going to be about reading comprehension. So remember, the idea here is to help you how to complete the book. So we need first finish the book, the finished unit 4, and then we go to unit 5. So I need is you pay attention because it's not necessary to send me evidence for me. In this moment, it's not mandatory. So what you can do is something that is good for you because later, July or August, perhaps, you can show me your evidence on your notebook. So, for example, we're going to study grammar about page 47. So, in this page 47, it's mandatory you copy the date. So, remember, copy the date. So, remember, we're going to have class on Monday. So, today it's gonna be Monday, so it's gonna be Monday is holiday, so today it's Monday, and then you have to write the date. It means you have to write May 26, 2020, okay? So you write May 26, 2020, you can write here or you can write in this space. So whatever you want to write is possible. Remember also, there is another option that you can do it. For example, if you have your notebook, you can write on your notebook. So you can use your notebook and write the evidence. So write it, the date. Today it's May 26, 2020. And don't forget, the topics for today is going to be about grammar and it's going to be about reading. Grammar and reading. Yes, reading. Page 47 and 48. All right, so don't forget also, it's very important that if you want to make a pause, you can do it. So it's not mandatory, to stay all the time. So you can put pause. So let me put pause one moment. Okay, so you see it's possible to make pause and then you do something that you need to do. So let's go to this exercise. So grammar on page 47 for 8th grade, it's about countables and uncountables. So countable nouns or uncountable nouns. But before that, you need to learn this kind of expressions in English. So expression number 1, it's going to be how much. And the other expression is how many. Okay? So how many? So first of all, you need to understand how much and how many. These two expressions are the same meaning. So in English, similar, or in our Spanish, it's similar. It means how much and how many, cuánto. All right. So how much and how many, cuánto or cuántos, it could be singular and plural, cuántos. What you need to pay attention is in this. The word much, this, what you need to say it's uncountable. The idea is to say it's uncountable. What it means uncountable? It means when you think you are not sure and it's difficult or it's complicated to count. So this how much is uncountable. Uncountable. And how many means countable. This is what this unit talks about. When you say how many and how much. And that's all what you need to know. So when it is countable and uncountable. For example, how much, when you say how much, cuánto, and cuánta, how much, and then you say water. The word water is uncountable. Cuánta agua, how much water. So water is it's uncountable. How much love, when you are talking about love, it's uncountable. I mean, it's like imagination, like imaginary option. So how much and how many, in other words, it's uncountable. Okay, so how much or how much love, how much water, and then you ask the question. After that, you make in the question, do you want? So notice this. This is the question, and this is the expression. How much love do you want? How much water do you want? ¿Cuánto amor quieres? ¿Cuánta agua quieres? I mean, it's not countable. So that's what it counts, or that what I'm talking about. When you say how many and how much, okay? So another example that is very necessary and is very good, notice this. Notice that much is uncountable and many countable. So another example is how many. So when you say how many, you say this expression, this is uncountable and this is countable. So when you say countable in this part, so how many friends, for example, in this case, ¿cuántos amigos? How many friends? And then you ask the question, do you have? You know, how many friends? ¿Cuántos amigos? So you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, it depends on how many friends do you have. So that's why it's possible. Okay. So how many friends do you have? Countables. How many cars do you have? How many, for example, how many classmates do you have? How many teachers do you have? How many chairs, cuántas sillas, how many chairs are there in the classroom? Yes? So how many, you know, the population, how many people are in our country? You know, this, how many people are in Bogota or are there in Bogota? How many people are there in Bogota, or how many people, you know, thus when you can say how many cars do you have, for example, how many cars do you have? This expression is very another meaning in English. For example, when you say how much money, cuánto vale. So that's another expression to indicate that it is something. So in English we have how much, cuántos o cuánto, pero también tenemos cuánto vale, how much. How much is for it, how much is for a book, and how much is for a car, how much is for a soda, how much is for a ticket, and how much does it cost? How much does it cost? So remember, how much, this expression has another meaning, cuánto, okay? Cuánto en valor, how much money do you have? Excuse me, how much does it cost, or how much is it? How much is it? ¿Cuánto vale eso? How much is it? How much? Is 100 pesos, 2,000, 3,000 pesos for this product? Is a marker? How much is it? It's whatever, okay? So what you need to do, according to this exposition, what you need to do is to complete the page 47. So you need to say, for example, activity 1, countable or uncountable. How many vegetables? So notice this, how many, countable or uncountable? So you need to choose countable or uncountable, okay? Number 1. And this, how much, how many, not much, not many, okay? Remember, much, uncountable, many, uncountable, okay? So now let's go for the next page. Go for reading class. Go for page 47. So remember, if you're tired, you put pause. Pause one more. Hello, one more time. So now remember, we go now to page 48. Remember, in page 47, what you need to do is to complete, okay? Remember, write the date. Don't forget, write today, Tuesday, May 26th, 2020. And then write in this page. So go to reading class. So reading, in this reading, restaurant menu, okay? So 1, work in groups, look at the menu and discuss the questions. So suggestion, you can write the answers there, so don't worry. So number 1 and then you complete, okay? That's what I want you to do it. So now question number 1, what type of food does the restaurant serve? So type, the word type, it means, it has another meaning. This word, for example, type, this type, it has 2 meanings. 1, correspond to classify. I mean when you say what type of, que clase de, all right? But type is also when you're typing on computers, digitar, when you're typing, okay? So this has clase or digitar when you're typing, okay? So don't forget that. So question 1, what type of food does the restaurant serve? So you need to write the answers. 2, would you eat here? Why or why not? So when you go to the restaurant, would you eat here? Why or why not? So don't forget to write the answers. So read the menu and label the pictures. Answer the questions. How much do these dishes cost? You know, how much? Remember, we were talking about how much, how many. So how much these dishes cost? Chicken mall and the large. So let's read this part. And according to this reading, you're going to complete this. You're going to complete the exercise 3, okay? So let's go to the sweets. Here is a contraption on making, so here is sweet and spicy, okay? Homemade cuisine. Cuisine is a word in English like is French word, cuisine. Like food or preparing, la cocina, the handmade. So starters. So number 1, starters. When you go to the restaurants, the first thing that you ask for, us, perhaps the waiters, you know, it's serving you. You say, what do you want for start? Or starters, your lunch or your dinner or perhaps your breakfast. So starters is something that you, before you eat, before your big meal, before your lunch, before your dinner or breakfast sometimes. So chicken soup starters, or sometimes starters is the main, the principal, you know, the main products, the main meal that the restaurant is offering for you. So starters, chicken soup. So chicken soup for 3.49, I think so, dollars. So you see dollars. Flavorful broth with chicken, breast, fresh vegetables, and rice. So these are the principle, okay? So soups, think corn tortilla, top it with refried beans, guacamole, and a spicy tomato salsa, add chicken, pork, or beef. Okay, so we have chicken soup. It has a price 3.49, and soups has $5.29. So cactus salad for 4.29. Fresh cactus salad with tomatoes, onion, spicy, and jalapenos and Chinese. All right, it's this kind of food. Okay, this kind of food. Nevertheless, remember this unit also is to have vocabulary about the restaurant, about food. When you go to the restaurant, what do you eat? So is this what you need to pay attention, what you have to do? I mean, it's necessary to, to eat. So according to this, you have to write. So chicken mall, according to this, chicken mall, it's what's the price? One. Chicken mall, where is it? At the large part of softened peppers. It is this, or this. You need to write the money, okay? How many dishes use meat? So you say this, or, well, there is another one, but it's now, oh, well, here it has some, because of the name. So according to this, you're gonna complete. Write the name of a food items that relates to each adjective. A spicy is referring to what kind of food or what kind of products. So you need to write in front of the name, okay? So let me give you an example about this, and then you can understand this. For example, when you say an example, a spicy, it means what is spicy according to the food. So it has some jalapenos, chili peppers, spicy tomato salsa, spicy chocolate. So there are some names who are referring to a spicy. I mean, what other produce it's spicy? What kind of food? What kind of food does have a spicy inside? The ingredients it's spicy, or the food it's spicy. It's okay. So you need to write me that, and I hope so you understood this. It has another. So next is about listening. So next class we're gonna have a listening class, and we're gonna have a listening, and also we're gonna have another grammar review on page 50. But that's another thing that we're gonna study for the next class. So I hope so we can keep in touch. But don't forget to write the date on your notebook or on the book. So I finish this, I write the date. Don't forget, no se les olvide, importantísimo escribir la fecha de la página. Entonces, hoy hicimos la página 47 y 48, Grammar and Reading. Entonces escribimos mayo 26 2020. Mayo 26, 2020. Okay? Pay attention to that. It's necessary to concentrate because I'm going to check it out that. I'm going to look for that because we are in the second bimester. We're finished the first term, so we go to the next. Okay? So bye-bye, teacher Jacob.